Hi everybody. Okay, so I wanted to do this video, but I was kind of debating whether or not to, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it and just say what's been on my mind recently. Okay, there's been, oh, right, okay, there's basically, recently I've noticed a lot of people, are kind of liking to alter history. A lot of people have been saying stuff that, like, I shouldn't even let this bother me, but it kind of does, because I think it's just information that's not accurate and not true and not factual and just misleading and misguiding. Um, it's basically what I've noticed is a lot of people have. I'll just explain the story, and like, I don't know who done this. I don't know who done this Facebook page. I really don't know, but I'll be honest, it made me livid. Like, it enraged me, and it was literally it was pray to the god and goddess for the anniversary of the Pendle witches and their familiars that died at the hands of the Christians, or something like that. And I was just like, um, first off, the Pendle witches weren't pagan. The Pendle witches were Catholics. They've even got. I've done quite a lot of research about them because I live near them. They weren't pagan. They was Catholic. There's even a charm, a Good Friday spell, like a Good Friday charm that was in the confessions, and it was a Catholic prayer. And a lot of this area, like Lancashire area, it wasn't Protestant. It was still Catholic because it was far away from London, obviously, and from the south. It was still Catholic. A lot of areas here were still Catholic. So the Pendle witches were either Catholic or Satanists, and there is no way that they would have been pagan, because paganism had been wiped out several times before that. You can't, like that video I done, speak from your heart. Yes, speak from your heart, but at the same time, you can't alter history. And another thing as well, why would you want to alter history? Especially, I mean, I don't really know about my American friends, but England has such a rich history in witchcraft and folk magic, and it's so rich in mystical creatures. And why would you want to alter it? It's special. Why would you want to change any facts or evidence about the witch craze or about witchcraft in general, and alter that and say, yeah, they were pagan, they didn't harm anyone? It's like, the majority of the time, or all the time, in the witch craze, especially Pendle witch time, people wouldn't have known how to practice paganism. Yeah, certain aspects of paganism were left over and were incorporated into Christianity. Like Catholicism incorporates a lot of paganism into it. Where do you think the saints come from? They were just pagan gods that had been incorporated into Christianity. So when I see things like pray for the Pendle witches and their familiars that got burnt at the stake, and pray to the god and goddess, it's like they wouldn't have known who the god and goddess were. They would have known who God was, but not god and goddess. And it's one of those things. It's, I don't want to start arguments, but I think a big part of when you practice witchcraft and when you practice the occult is actually know your history, know your facts, know your stuff. As you know, there's also I'm not starting any arguments here, but there is a video that I've done on the fight and my other video on Hekasai, and someone said, you know, it's like you've run away from these magical beings when they've came to you, and it's like, well, the reason I haven't run away from them, I just haven't made contact with them back because I feel like I need to do more research on them. Like with the Fae, I know that the Fae have a long history of kidnapping people and kidnapping babies, not because Christianity told me or anything like that, because it's in history, it is documented, it's in texts, and it's in folklore and stories. That's why I stand back and research first before I make that contact back. With Hecate, you know, she was a titan that Zeus feared. He was too frightened of her. It was very, very fearful of her, you know, and she's very powerful. So I'm doing more research. I'm going to make contact with her. Again, I like to do my research, and I don't ignore history with that, and think it's really important, especially you can't change what a deity is, you can't change what a being is, you can't ignore the history that they come with, you have to accept that. You know, some people did work with Hecate and she did help people out greatly. You know, she was a very powerful goddess, Titan, to have around. You know, she was very powerful. And then some people feared her and used to call her Eater of Filth and the Black Bitch, and was terrified of her, and Nameless One. You know, there's two sides to every story. Like the Fae as well, there's a positive side and a negative side. And I always find that it's better to research and do your history first. You know, just always research and know your history, and know what happened as well, and accept it. Don't try and change or alter history. That's just stupid, and it's destroying as well. You know, and new people that come into the craft and come into this practice and want to know about the history of witchcraft, and you know, they go to Wikipedia and see that you know, this hasn't happened. Well, I really hope not, you know, but go to Wikipedia and see that Alison Device was like a pagan, nature-loving hippie that, you know, played with like moon crystals and some crap like that. I don't know, but like you get the drift. You know, it's like when history is trying to be altered, it stops it from becoming special, and it just becomes, it's not nice, it's not fair, and it's really dishonorable to the people that played a part of that history. It's not fair, and it's not on. And yeah, I just felt like I needed to get that out there. I don't mean to start arguments, start controversy, be very controversial, whatever. Well, no, I'm not even starting an argument, because I'm just stating how something is. Like, I'm not trying to anger people, because I can't anger people with the truth. You know, if something is fact, you can't change that. You have no right to change that, and it's not fair on you, that those people in that past, or anybody around you that wants to find out information and you're altering history. It's not fair. Over and out, and sorry for the, well, no, it's not even a rant. Yeah, anyway.